Yeah, yo, I'm off to the next venue. My next menu better have lobster and other high-priced cuisine. See, I'm caught up in a night scene, or maybe a dream, so real or it might seem. Who wanna wake me? Keep a burner and some grass just to bake me. No safety, inhaling poison. What did God make me? Another failure, burnt out rapper. Got flow like a sailor, but boy, I yapped your pretty female attractor. Been hated my soul.
Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We'll see the New Orleans Pelicans and the Miami Heat. Let's quickly get a pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Alvin Gentry.
Well, guys, when I asked him what impressed him the most about today's opponent, he immediately referred to the explosiveness on their offense. He said they have so many different ways to hurt you that it's impossible to take away everything. It's just about damage control. And he acknowledged they've got a big job to do defensively. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. A marquee matchup tonight. Two great centers going head-to-head. Brent, talk about the attributes scouts are looking for out of modern-day centers.
I think one of the things that they look for first with regards to a big man, Kevin, is a guy who doesn't shy away from contact. I know the game is moving with a little more open pace and space, but still, your big guy's got to want to be physical, because there are times in the game, whether he's touching it in the post or not, he's got to be a presence both offensively and defensively. That requires taking a few hits.
And with the ability to pass, and you know, there are guys like Bogut, even at an advanced age, can still, I think, make a difference in that position.
Yeah, but if you look at guys like Bogut and Steven Adams, they're still willing to sacrifice their body, not for the glory of having the ball, but everything they can do for getting the ball into open space for their guards. That means hitting a guy, setting hard screens. That physicality has got to be priority one.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for New Orleans right now, the star big men pair of Davis and Cousins are up front. Rajon Rondo is out there with Holiday, and it's Hill in at the three slot. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. On defense, the Heat. Rondo passes to Cousins. Back to Rondo. Cousins with a screen for Rondo. The teardrop falls in. Rondo's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Pelicans. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Now the dish to Winslow. Right side a screen. From the stripe. And he overshot that one, missing. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Right side, Rondo. Shoots over Dragic. Rondo can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Waiters dishes to Dragic. Whiteside, a screen on Rondo. Here's Dragic, played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, getting the ball off the dribble to the bucket is one of Dragic's strengths. You can't afford to let him get that close to the rim, or he's going to get you.
Now here is Holiday. There's the call on James Johnson. That's his first foul. Here's Rondo. Davis sets a screen. And Cousins kicks to Davis. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
I don't think anybody around the league does this, but a lot of fans do. Eric Spoelstra won 2 championships while in Miami as the head coach of the Heat. Of course, he had the big 3, but he was the one that orchestrated and got those guys to work things out to become title contenders for the years they were together.
Waiters into the lane. Good D by Holiday. The Pelicans have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside Rondo. Cousins with a screen on Dragic. Davis sets a screen. Down low. Here's Holiday. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And Brent, I was looking up what you said about Spoelstra and his multiple NBA titles. Less than 15 coaches ever have done that.
I mean, you're an incredibly special coach to be on that kind of list, and you feel like Erik Spoelstra doesn't quite get the recognition from the general NBA public, certainly amongst the coaching ranks. These guys look at what Erik Spoelstra was able to do with that roster and marvel at the young guys' efforts and exploits during that time.
It's good on the putback.
Well, the Brow doing a good job of reading and being aggressive after the read. Excellent at hitting the glass with the length that he has.
Now here's Dragic. The pass to Whiteside. They set the pick. Outside Dragic. 6 to shoot. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Holiday. He had a strong showing last season. Last season, he averaged 15 points a game, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he's in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
New Orleans leading by 4. Over to the wing. Hill up top. Covered by Winslow. Cousins, the pass to Rondo. Pick up by Hill. Rondo kicks to Hill. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Cousins. And Whiteside sends it back.
When you consider just how long and how big Whiteside is down there, it's not surprising that shot blocking is something he does well.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. New Orleans also making some changes. Darius Miller, he's checked in for Cousins. Allen comes in for Drew Holiday. And Ian Clark subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Kicks it to Richardson. Right block shot. And Davis sends it back.
Just a wonderful effort from Davis on the defensive end with that rejection.
Here's Clark. He's guarded by Johnson. Pick up by Hill. It's Davis on the wing. New Orleans moving the ball around. Shot off the screen. And no good that time. And Miami the other way now.
Anthony Davis, the first overall pick of the 2012 NBA draft. This guy just gives you superstar production from the outset of his career. Just started dominating the league. So you think about when he's not getting double and triple team as the roster builds around him, what kind of MVP numbers potentially he'll be putting up for years to come.
There's the pick. Pick up by Hill. Davis against Olynyk. And Davis puts it in. Davis has got 6. There's a minute 47 left to play here in the first. And for Davis, he might have won an MVP trophy already if he had more talent around him.
Yeah, that's just something, Kevin, he flat out cannot control. You think about his first 5 seasons so far in New Orleans. A lot of change, a lot of turmoil, a lot of different guys pulling on that jersey. It'll be fascinating to see if at some point they can get solid around Anthony Davis, who we know is an MVP caliber player.
Here's Clark after the Heat pick up 2. Outside, Davis. Allen outside. Davis kicks to Miller. From deep three-point range. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Jordan Crawford's checked in for New Orleans. Miami trailing. Now here's Johnson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Richardson playing with boundless energy, great at going into the physical defense and drawing the foul. Tough for Josh Richardson last year to get some consistent play due to injuries that just sort of took him off track, but it definitely slowed up what was looking like a very encouraging sophomore season and still has a bright future ahead of him.
And it's tied up with that one. And despite the injury-riddled season last year, you can see what Richardson provides to a team when he is healthy and when he's ready to go. Solid wing player.
Well, they love Richardson coming out of college as a guy who could play flat-out defense on the wing, and then all of a sudden he stepped up in some big moments 2 years ago and started draining three-point shots. So they feel like they've got a perimeter player in Richardson that's going to make that kind of progression and have that kind of consistency for them in the next few years.
Here's Clark. They set the screen. Miller outside. Crawford right side. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, one apiece.
Very difficult to imagine it'll be much different this season. These teams still appear to be very closely matched, each with talent to be competitive, but not necessarily elite.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Shot clock at 5. Feeds it to Davis. Fires from 14, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Johnson. He can't get that one to fall. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Heat lead by 3. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena.